Pulse chain.
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 Now, after Richard's appearance here on this list of the most wanted fugitives on Europol, he has released a statement, and the statement is over here. But in true Richard style, he hasn't actually acknowledged that incident. He has just made a general statement, so we'll take a look at it. He says, if the haters really wanted to get me down, they could raise more than the 27 million that I did for medical research. They could write free self-help books better than my sci-fi, and they could fix the world. Work in the courts for legal precedent for P2P publishing software. Found things that work flawlessly and become valuable. Install B-days for their mothers. Nothing makes haters angrier than success. Every time they think of you, it reminds them of how they're not doing half what they could. They let themselves down. They let their families down. It's easier for them to tear down others than to rise up themselves. Hate is a poor substitute for progress. Why settle for being a wanted when you can be the most wanted? So again, there's a kind of little acknowledgement there, a little jab, but it doesn't directly talk about it. I really do the best I can to make the world a better place, and I must say the world can be pretty unkind to folks making a difference. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. Well said. Excellent saying there. Win is in my name and winning is in my blood. Think about how much we've accomplished, and it seems like someone up above must want it to happen. There's too much serial success for it to be an accident. So that is Richard Hart's statement there. Excellent statement. He has all of us Hexicans on it with him, standing shoulder to shoulder with him. We got his back. You know, we don't believe any of these allegations. It looks like a lot of BS to me. That's what it looks like. Unfortunately, there was a massive drop in the prices, but this was a brief pullback that almost pulled back entirely, except for 13%. This was, I think, a few hours after the news was brought, but it has unfortunately gone down now a bit more. We can see that here. If we go over to the deck screener, we can see these in the 40s again. One thing that has happened though, and this is probably not so good as it would normally be, is that the 24-hour volume is now at 191 million. Unfortunately, most of that is selling volume and not buying and pumping into Pulse Chain, but that has taken Pulse Chain up to 6th place again in the list of blockchains. So we were briefly second, I think, after the launch of Pulse Chain last year, and then went all the way down to somewhere and just kind of hover around in the top 20. Well, we're back up to 6th place because of all this volume, but it's probably not on the best news. So Richard Hart releases his statement.